We're up to Ois Hey. Abchinas HaTorah Zu Tzarich Liyos Tzeno Re'eno. In order to reach the level of this HaTorah, the level of Keser, there has to be Tzeno Re'eno. You have to go out. You have to go out Me'atzilus Le'echolis de Bria. From Atzilus into the rooms of Bria in order to see. But v'lechaira ze'ena muvan klal. This is totally not understood. How could it be that you can only see when you're in Bria, but when you're in Atzilus, you don't see? You have to go out. You have to go out from Atzilus. V'lechaira ze'ena muvan klal. This is not understood at all. Eich be'echolis de Bria yuchlu liros. How is it that they can see in the rooms of Beria that which they cannot see in Atzilus? But there is no comparison Beria to Atzilus. So if they can't see in Atzilus, how could they see in Beria? Already mentioned earlier, Shu al derech, that this is similar in Ke'ein, somewhat Mashakosu, Merochik Hashem Nirali. That Hashem appears to me from a distant. So that means that is considered to be a distant. So how could it be that from a distant you can see something that you can't see when you're close up? Yes, Leimar Oid. Yes, Leimar, we can say Oid further. Dihine Ke'ein Ze Iso B'Pri Eitz Chaim. Similar to this, we find in the Eitz Chaim Gabe Kavonos Krishma. So this is what it quotes from the Eitz Chaim, talking over there about the kavanah, the intention by the reading of the Shema. So there it says like this: Ki ein bonu koyach le'oirer av va'im. We don't have the power to awaken, to arouse the level of av va'im, father, mother, chochma, bina, bihi yoseinu ba'atzilus. When we're in atzilus, rak bihi yoseinu lematu bebriya chulu. Only when we're below in Bria, that is where we can be ma'orer da'avo. So we can say al derech she'om razal b'gemorah, similar to the story in the Gemara in Yevamis Daf Mem Tes. So the Gemara brings down Gabe Menashe, that was the king Menashe, Shehorages Yeshaya. He killed Yeshaya. Why did he kill him? So the Gemara says there, Omar Rove, so Rovin said, that he actually judged and he killed him because he came up with a judgment that he deserves that. Why? Omar Lei, because he said to him, Moshe Rabbach Omar, what he said to him was like this: your teacher Moshe said. He was basically complaining to Yeshaya that Yeshaya is going against Moshe Rabbeinu, because Moshe Rabbach Omar Kilo Yirani Odom V'choi. Moshe Rab, your teacher, says a person cannot see Hashem and remain alive. And you say Ve'eres Hashem. The Gemara relates the miracle with Yeshaya over there, but at the end of the Gemara, or Porach Hashas, the Gemara asks at the end, okay, but we still have a contradiction of the Psukim. The Pasuk says that you can't see Hashem, and Yeshaya Novi says that he saw Hashem. Umeshani, and the Gemara answers over there, kedetanya, that like we learned, that kol hanevim nistaklu ba'aspaklaria she'eina me'ira. All prophets, they looked through a glass which is not increased, not shine. And Moshe Rabbeinu nistakel ba'aspaklaria me'ira. But Moshe Rabbeinu, on the other hand, he looked in a glass that shines. In other words, Take, all the other Nevi'im could not see. Lo yirani odom v'choi. But Moshe Rabbeinu was able to see. So what is the meaning? Explained elsewhere. B'dibra maschil. Ton Rabbanon. Neir Chanukah b'shamim nechulu. This is explained. The aspaklaria ha'me'ira hainu al derech moshu zuchukis ha'behira. Aspaklaria ha'me'ira, a shining glass, a magnifying glass that is similar to a clear glass. Asher bo v'al yodo yicholim liris gam merachik. Through that glass, you can see also from a distance. V'royim mahus hador v'atzmuseh. No, so before what he was saying is that Moshe Rabbeinu could not see because he says lo yirani odom, because he looked with a spaklaria hameira, but he wasn't at that level. So he explains. Let's see the explanation. So he says, when you look through a clear glass, you can see also at a distance. It's like a person who's far-sighted doesn't see well, so you give him glasses. The glasses is able to see from a distance. You actually see the item through the clear glass because the glass is clear, so you get to see the item. But a glass does not shine. He has hanikra spiegel. That's his glass, which is called a mirror, a spiegel. There is a very thin layer on the glass. So then through it, you don't actually see with it, and through the glass, you don't see the actual item that you see. You see the image and the look of it, but not the thing itself. It's a mirror of the item. That's why it's called an aspaklaria that does not shine. Because over there you don't see the item itself. It's not clear. You don't see it. You just see a reflection of it. As opposed to aspaklaria that does shine. There you can see the actual thing that is visible. However, but while you don't see the essence itself, but even though it doesn't shine, you can see, okay, let it be the mus gam mehadover also the item that you can't see at all through the clear glass, because for example, through the mirror you can actually see yourself as well. Through a clear glass you can't see it. So while what you're seeing is not the thing itself, it's only the image, it's only a reflection, but you can actually see more. You see a reflection of yourself, but you can also see what's behind you with a mirror. You only see the image, you see the reflection, you don't see the thing itself, the actual essence of the thing. But when you have this shining, the clear glass, you can't see yourself and you can't see behind you. So basically saying, while there is a lesser degree of seeing, which means you don't see the thing itself, it's only a reflection, but the reflection gets you a lot more yourself and the back, which you cannot really see in a clear glass. The Parshas Va'era Daf Chav Gimel Amud Beis Me'inyan Haspaklaria HaMe'ira V'She'ena Me'ira U'B'Tikun Zoyar Tikun Chav Beis V'Tikun Mem U'B'Shara Yichudim Perik Aleph U'B'Sefer Sefer HaMitzvos Kuf Sima Kuf Nun Vov U'B'Pardes Be'erke HaKinuyim U'B'Me'er Be'ois Aleph Sif Kuf Nun Tes. Okay, there discuss this further, the idea of Aspaklari Amir. Hine Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Hasholem Rob Aspaklari Hamira. Moshe Rabbeinu saw through a clear glass. Asher bo roi mamhus mamish. Over there you see the actual essence, the way Moshe Rabbeinu saw. And at that level it says, Ki loi yir'ani, you can't see me. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu said over there. Mashenkin Shar HaNeviim, they are nisnaburak ba'aspaklaria she'eina me'ira. They only look through aspaklaria that did not shine. This is also the meaning we say shekol HaNeviim nisnabu b'koi. They all said koi, such. Moshe Valei and Moshe shenisnabe b'zeh. He used the lashon zeh. That means, in addition, Zahadover, we had yesterday in the Parsha, the idea that he said Lashon Zeh. So that's the chiluk between Zeh is Aspaklaria HaMe'ira and Koi is Aspaklaria She'eina Me'ira. V'ayim Ashkosu Binyan Zeh B'dibur HaMaschil V'aydaber Moshe L'Rosh HaMatas Chulu. Pirush Koi, the idea of Koi, what does it mean? Koi Amar Hashem. Hainu Kidmus B'chinas Kidmus Seinu. That is like our image. And V'zehu, and this is what the pasuk says. Ubiyad Hanevim Adame. I imagine through the hand of the Nevi'im. The Fikoch Yochel Liris. That's why you can see even higher levels, because you don't have a clear vision. You are able to see higher. And that's why they are not able to descend and be revealed in the level of Spaklaria Me'ira, like the level of Moshe Rabbeinu. You can't see that because Moshe Rabbeinu sees clearly, Kinal b'Moshel, as we said before in the Moshel. And the Moshel that you can't see through a clear glass, you can't see behind you, you can't see yourself. That's why Yeshaya says in truth, Hashem, he could say that he said Hashem. Why? That is the level of Aspaklaria She'eina Me'ira. So what do we see from this point? That he wants to bring an example that even though you're in Atzilus, we're saying Tzenorena, you have to go out in order to see. Because just like in the level of Moshe Rabbeinu, you can't see, even though it says Aspaklaria Me'ira, it's dafke because you're on a lower level. So over there you are able to see in the level of Yeshaya, you can see more, just like the mirror even though it's not clear, it's only an image, but can see himself and backwards. And similarly, we can understand why it says the level of Atorah, with the Atorah Shit Elohim, we're trying to talk about the level of Keser. That is not, it's impossible to see it and to grasp it with the level of this clear glass, the aspaklari, the shining glass, can't get it. Elo, the only way to get it is to eno or to eno, is to go out. You have to go out b'bchinas aspaklario she'ena meira, and that's not she'al yidei zeh. That way, when you go the aspaklari she'ena meira uzet eno ba'atorah chulu, that's the way you can see the Torah, you can see the Kesef. Hine, Noida Gamke is also known the Ha'efresh, Sheben Moshe L'Shar Nevi'im, the different Moshe, the other Nevi'im. Besides, we said before, Aspaklari Yemira, Aspaklari She'en Yemira, there's another difference, Hainu Shemoshe Hoyoroye Ba'olam Ha'atzilus Al Yidei Ma'aver Habriya, that Moshe would see in the world of Atzilus through passing through Bria. In other words, he too, Moshe was in Olam Hazeh, so he had to go through Bria, but he was able to see in Atzilus. Mash Enkin Shar HaNevi'im Hoyuroyim Ba'olam HaAtzilus, as opposed to the other prophets, they would see in the world of Atzilus Al Yidei Hislamshus Gomur Bibria. They had to be fully dressed up in Bria in order to get to Atzilus. Ayin b'shari kedusha cheli gimel sharvov, v'ayin b'pirush haramaz b'parshas va'edo daf chov gimel Amud Aleph b'inyan ha'ovis u'Moshe. So that's another difference between Moshe and the Nevi'im. So based on this, we need to say the Gilui ha'atzilus nikra aspaklaria ha'meira. The revelation of Atzilus, the way Moshe Rabbeinu derech ma'ivir, that's called the shining glass. That's when it comes directly. Ukeshahu al yidei hislapshus gomor bebria, but when it is fully dressed up in bria, nikra aspaklaria she'ena meira. That's when it's called aspaklaria that doesn't shine. So now it comes out well, the explanation of before. Go out from Atzilus into the rooms of Bria. The Shomureno. And over there you can actually see why. The Haina de Aspaklara, Sheina Meira Chulu, through the Maspaklaria that doesn't shine. So when you go out from Atzilus into Bria, and that's his slapshus gemura bebria, that's what he says, then you're able to see. What did he write over there? Aspaklaria she'ena meira shahariya nimshach bebchinas erchoizet. Over there, what you see comes down in a returning light, like the mirror reflection. Machmas hatzipui dak, because of the small overlay. That prevents the ability to see. Uba'avoido b'chinas b'chol moedecho. That is the avoido of b'chol moedecho. Why? The machmas, because ha'hester the nefesh habahamis, because of the blocking of the nefesh habahamis, nase toikev ha'avo b'chinas moed, then becomes the forceful love in the level of moed. And that's where you arouse even higher than before. Because why do you come is because there was a block, and that's why there is a greater force going even higher. ובחינה זו שייך בייסנו בבריאה. And that level is shaykh when we are in Bria. So he says Gomor that when it comes, that's when you get Tsano or Eno, the Re'iyah comes in Bria. V'nazu sham yisrael b'Bria. V'aderech shenisbayer b'biur al posik shchoira ani b'novo. Shebiiridas hamalchus b'Bria davke nasis b'chinas kalo kolso nafshi. When the Malchus goes down to Bria, that's when it gets to the level of Kalo, which is the level of Kolso Nafshi, Ayin Shom Barichas. Ayin Mashekosu, B'dibur HaMaschil, V'oye Etzloi, Omon B'pirush, B'mesh V'seichem Toviu, B'chinas Kriya Shema, that's the level of Shema, Shehi Miyushov. So you start off the level of Yushov. In other words, that in that level, it's only sitting down. And Shemishom Davke, but it is from there, Mevi Mumani and Shtei Alechem, so that's what it says in that Mamer over there. So basically, the idea over here is that if you're on a higher madrega and you don't have all these blocks, you don't have like the cover by a mirror, where you have the mirror covering you, then you don't see as much as you can see when you have the cover. So therefore, the b'chol moedecho that you have, because the nefesh habahamis blocks, that's like the cover, gets you to a higher madrega, and that gets you to the level of Atorah, to the level of Kesed. And that's also why the Shema, which is sitting down, basically versus Amida versus the Shemoneh Esrei, but Dafke, the level of B'chol Me'idecho, comes from Shema, Dafke from there. And there you bring it up to the level of Atorah. Like we said before, we raise the Shtei Alechem. V'hu mitam anal, and that's for the reason that we said before.